Welcome to Extra Value Economics. Eve is your doorway to a new perspective. We are now entering the four-dimensional space of time satisfaction, a place where you can trade with your future self. Math bends to fractional time. Satisfaction generates gravity. Our next stop, time satisfaction. My name is Karl Klein, and I am your guide through the four-dimensional space of time satisfaction. On this trip, our third, you will witness the reality warp of time compression. Let's get moving. Take a few moments to think through what is needed to make it from one day to the next. So much to do, so little time. Assuming the average person rests 8 hours a day, one may ask, what can I do with the remaining 16 hours? The answers to this question will be different for each person, and how the answers are played out may net more than 24 hours in a day. You may not believe this is possible, but it is possible through time compression. Time compression is the process of figuring out ways to generate more satisfaction for less time. Through trial and error, the mind figures out which paths lead to the treasure and which are dead ends. Then the mind figures out what types of efforts are needed to achieve the satisfaction. After doing such analysis over and over, it becomes clear that doing things in a certain way at a certain time generates extra satisfaction per day. In this regard, learning what combinations generate more satisfaction is time compression in action. For example, a farmer could choose to harvest wheat by hand or with a harvesting machine. The harvesting machine uses time compression as more wheat is harvested for less time and effort. Because time is saved using high compression tools, there is more wheat harvesting time added to the farmer's day. Likewise, a person wishing to travel across the United States could traverse the distance on horse-drawn wagon or by train. Assuming that people generally dislike travel time and therefore want to reduce it, the traveler should choose to compress time by choosing the train, freeing up time for other experiences. Think of something you want. We will call that the treasure. Chart 2 depicts time compression with 4 different paths to the treasure. The paths change based on a person's timing, talent, tools, and techniques. The time differential between path B1, the do-it-yourselfer, and path B4, the specialist, is 20 hours, in that it takes the do-it-yourselfer 30 hours to obtain the treasure, whereas it takes the specialist only 10 hours. The extra special path frees up 20 hours. Through the wonders of time compression, you can obtain something in as little as 10 hours that would otherwise have taken more than a day. So now you can see how to squeeze more satisfaction into each day by using time compression tools and techniques, or by trading with others who use them. Knowing time compression ratios helps determine what things you should do yourself and which you should trade for. Compression takes people from a state of scarcity to adequacy, and from adequacy to abundance, with the extra being available to save or trade. Check out episode 4 to see how this leads to freedom. We now return you to daily life with this new perspective. Extra value is generated through time compression. Move to more with time compression. eveconomics.com